Now let's make the call to the bullpen and welcome SNY MLB insider Chelsea Jane. She checks in from Port St. Lucie. Chelsea, let's start with Bo Bichette. What type of progress have you seen from Bichette at third base so far?
You know, poor Bo Bichette's having the most scrutinized infield sessions of any baseball player ever this week. But it's important. It's important how he fares there. And so far, he's looked pretty good. We saw him make a bare hand play in the game today. Looked very comfortable. And on the backfields before the game, there's a lot of work on going back on the ball, going deep in the third base hole, trying to get his arm swing down and figure out, his internal clock. So I think we're seeing in games a very athletic Bo Bichette who can adapt. And on the backfield, we're seeing some progress on the intricacies of the position.
Yeah, looking like a natural shortstop with that play, charging across the body. I was also fascinated by Mike Tauchman going deep today, 3-run shot. It's a strong veteran ad, but I wonder how much of a chance does he have to secure that role, be the starting right fielder?
It seems like he's got a pretty good shot. I think we all know that the Mets want to give Carson Bench a chance, the rookie, the prospect they believe in. But it's not a sin if Carson Bench isn't ready on opening day, and if he's not, I think Mike Tauchman is a really good fit. He can hit for power. He's a veteran presence, obviously stepped right in there today and was able to get an off-speed pitch, hit it for a homer. So you kind of know what you're getting. He can play right. He can probably play a little setter if his legs are all right. Just a veteran presence who said he's been told by Mendoza, by Stearns, that he's got a chance to make this team, and at the very least, he's going to get a chance to play regularly in camp and prove what he can do.
Also a guy who controls the strike zone. Very, very interesting ad. We'll see how that develops. And Mets have more than just that situation of right field to figure out. Back end of the rotation, you only have a couple locks for the rotation. What can you tell us about Kodai Senga, what you're seeing in camp?
Yeah, Kodai Senga has been a little bit of the talk of camp on the backfields. He hasn't appeared in a spring training game. We don't know when he's on the schedule yet. But he threw a live batting practice session to real Mets hitters today, Mark Vientos and others. And he just looks very comfortable. The stuff is really lively, mid-90s, feeling a little bit for the curveball. He lost a few of those today, but the general consensus is, and Carlos Mendoza has said this, that they've never seen this velocity, this kind of intensity, this kind of sharpness from Kodai Senga this early in spring in, his 3+ years with the Mets. And so, yeah, maybe that causes a little bit of backlog in the rotation. We've got a long way to go before that becomes a problem. But for now, I think the Mets are looking at a best-case scenario with Kodai Senga and cautiously optimistic that maybe you're going to get a version closer to the 23 Kodai Senga than what we've seen the last 2 years.
You get 23, you're talking about the one guy who has ace upside out of the guys you're looking to bounce back. Chelsea, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.